let me touch a little bit on life changes. We live through life, and sometimes some of us make mistakes. Now, it's a matter of perspective as to whether or not you think a mistake is large or small, so I'm not going to get into that because everybody has a different mindset based on how they were raised. Let's say you did make mistakes, or you behaved a certain way, or that really caused a rift in your family. And let's say sometime later, you've moved on with your life, you've asked the Creator for forgiveness, you've made peace with your situation, and you're even making efforts to fix it. Just because of that, it does not mean because you changed that everybody in your family's changed their mind about you. It's not necessarily true. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. They're going to look back at the fact that you did X, Y, Z 10, 15, 20 years ago. They're never going to change their perception about you. It's a sad truth, but it's a truth. And do you know what that does? 9 times out of 10, that person is placing that judgment on you because either A, they weren't expecting you to change. B, they're jealous of the fact that you are capable of changing. Or C, they never really cared that much about you in the first place. None of these scenarios are good. So instead of worrying about that particular cousin or that niece or that nephew or whoever it is that's being so hard on you all the time, you know what? Just call it a day. Limit your communication with them if you want to communicate with them at all, and live your life. It doesn't matter what you do. You could save the whole world. You could stop a war. They're still going to think about that one thing you did because they're so hurt and disappointed. Not paying attention to the fact that that was yesterday's news. Not paying attention to the fact and paying attention to the changes. People all around you could look and see the changes in you. Because when you make changes on the outside, it's going to reflect on the inside. It's going to reflect in the way you look, the way you carry yourself, the way you live, the way you talk. That's going to change because something changed on the inside. And everybody that you come in contact with that you used to know back in the day, they can see it except that one person. But I understand the feeling because you want to be close to that person. Or maybe you were never close to that person before. If that's the case, you're not missing out on anything. I heard many people say, you know what, family doesn't have to be your bloodline. And I hate to be cruel, but that's the truth. There are a lot of people that I know that aren't my bloodline, and we're super close. And 9 times out of 10, we're close because we share the same pain. So don't you sit there and worry about that one person who gets on your nerves when you go over for Christmas dinner. You worried about cousin so-and-so or whoever. Say hello, wish them happy holidays, and keep it moving. If they try to strike up a conversation, change the subject or go talk to somebody else. And if the air becomes so stifling where they feel they need to start something with you, there's always the door. Thank the host or the hostess and leave. Don't stoop to that level of childishness. That person is stuck back in 1982. And here it is 2021. And don't be surprised that you find out later on that they're that way with everybody. You ain't the only one. They're that way with everybody. They're that judgmental. They're that narrow-minded. They're that backwards thinking with everybody. Because if you figure that they give you a hard time and talk about you behind your back and treat you like crap in the beginning because because of one mistake you made, you think they ain't talking about everybody else? These people are sick. And you're well. I used to say back in rehab, 2 sickies don't make a wellie. Well, there you go. Just saying.